Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates is officially seeking a second term. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kai Jackson.
And I'm Mary Bubala. It comes as Baltimore's homicide and non-fatal shootings continue to go down, but the working relationship with Mayor Scott appears to be tense. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost joins us from the newsroom with some of the details tonight. Mackenzie.
Yeah, Mary and Kai, we know that the city is facing a downward trend, especially when it comes to homicides and non-fatal shootings. And the city's top prosecutor, Ivan Bates, has said in the past that he believes a lot of that has to do with the fact that his office is really focusing on the repeat violent offenders in Baltimore. But we also know that he has made the citation docket a part of his agenda, something that we have documented that him and the mayor have butted heads about. From the beginning of Ivan Bates' term,
Office of State's Attorney,
he made it clear,
and enough is enough.
Criminals in Baltimore would be the target.
Well, if you're breaking the law, you're going to walk around for legal handguns on the streets, bring your toothbrush with you, because we're going to send you to jail.
Working with the U.S. Attorney for Maryland at the time, Eric Barron, to go after violent incidents, after Barron sent a message to lawbreakers in the area.
This Al Capone model of prosecution is designed to take violent people off the streets by any appropriate legal means necessary.
I think we're on our way to making this sustainable if we can keep this up. If you look at when this started, end of August 2022, right? That's the first time you saw this broad representation of federal, state, and local partners. And immediately after that, what happened? We started seeing historic reductions in violence.
Now,
we're looking to hold everybody accountable.
Bates is taking his plea to the public, asking for another term.
Oh, yeah, I'm running for re-election. Sure.
While on the radio, talking about the progress of Bates' citation docket, which is a criminal court specifically for lower-level offenses and quality-of-life crimes, but the effort has not been entirely smooth.
We're going to continue to do things until we make changes. Doesn't matter. We're not going to let one naysayer stop us. We're going to continue to fight for the people.
In July, we spoke with Bates about what he said was a lack of citations coming from the Baltimore Police Department. Why do you believe the police department is not willing to write the citations?
You know, I don't know. What I do know is I see the mayor say he's the boss. People do what he tells them to, and they're his police. So just as the buck stops here in Baltimore City State's Attorney's office, the buck has to stop there with the mayor. If the mayor wants them to write the citations, they will. I feel in many ways I'm pushing a boulder up a hill.
On the radio Wednesday morning, Bates said he can't force people to write the citations.
The voters will sit and see. They'll make the determination what philosophy they want to go with. I run again next year. If you like what I'm talking about, then I'll be there. If not, then no, I get it.
So later that day,
thank y'all for being patient.
We took that to Mayor Brandon Scott.
Are you against what the state's attorney is doing with the citation docket effort?
So I think we have to say this first and foremost. As I say again, whenever the state's attorney has something that he has an issue with my agencies, that should just be directed to me. I had this conversation with the state's attorney on the phone this week. This did not come up.
The mayor points to drug arrests increasing and gun seizures in the city, all done by BPD. The mayor going on to claim,
there is no law enforcement entity in the state of Maryland that has written more criminal citations than the Baltimore City Police Department. If we weren't telling them to do that or being a partner with the state's attorney's office, they wouldn't have the most written. Those officers who are out there in that moment know exactly what they need to do and what approach they need to take when you're talking about dealing with people on the street.
But it's not just the citation docket where these two leaders have found themselves butting heads.
Safe Streets, I don't know what they're doing.
Bates has raised concerns about Mayor Scott's flagship gun violence prevention program, Safe Streets, and what he says is a lack of transparency.
We could deal with this very easily if Safe Streets just gave the names and the information of who the Safe Streets workers were, and then we wouldn't have these problems or issues.
And then Bates threatening to take the mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement to court over data for the city's juvenile diversion program, Sidestep.
So I went to the mayor myself. We had lunch in the mayor's office, and I asked him for this information. He said he'd get back to me. No one's ever gotten back to me. You cannot say we're all together, we're working on the same team, there's transparency, when your number one partner, the person who's involved and in charge of the criminal justice system in terms of Baltimore City, you don't want to share that information. You're hiding the ball from your teammate. Monzi means well, but they just don't know what they're doing.
The mayor's office argues the information Bates is searching for can't be shared due to juvenile privacy laws.
Well, we're going to most likely look at possibly taking them to court on the civil side. I never want to go that direction. Once again, we've sent letters. We were told that, oh, this is what the statute says, that the mayor can't share this information with you. I think the Constitution would trump that statute.
Given the history between the two men, how would you describe the working relationship that you have with the state's attorney? And at this point, are you supporting him in his effort for re-election?
Well, he hasn't asked me about that yet, so that's the conversation that I had to have with him first. But I just said it very clearly. You don't hear the state's attorney's office complaining about, if we heard this in the past, about the quality of cases that the police department is bringing to them at my direction. We work every day together, and we'll continue to do that because, as I've said time and time again, Mackenzie, I do not play politics with public safety.
Whether Bates gets the backing from the mayor or not,
I think Ivan Bates has been the solution since day one. When he said, bring your toothbrush, the tone changed.
Political analyst John Deedy argues Bates is the one driving change in Baltimore.
It's all about tone. And I think that by being very aggressive on prosecuting a lot of gun crimes, not slapping wrists on things.
And next year, voters will decide if they want 4 more years of Bates and his tougher on crime approach in the city.
Now, to be clear, no one has officially filed for election or re-election when it comes to the city state's attorney's office race. But the primary election is scheduled for June of next year, and the general election is next November. Live in the newsroom, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.